The message is wait. Do not rush to judgment. Wait until the trial.
She's a high-powered defense attorney, known just as much for her fashion as her fierceness in court.
I'm tenacious as a junkyard dog, so I refuse to go down.
But for years, Baltimore attorney Susan Green has been fighting her own private battle against a disease that nearly took her life.
I had no idea what I was in for. I had no idea what it would mean to my life.
About 15 years ago, Green was out running near her wooded home in Reisterstown when she was bitten by a deer tick carrying the bacteria causing Lyme disease. The most common symptom is a rash similar to a bullseye.
I never got a bullseye rash, and I thought to myself, shoo, dodge that bullet.
Her test for Lyme also came back negative, but she knew something wasn't right.
I started noticing that my memory wasn't as sharp as it used to be. I started to get a spasm in my left eye, which I attributed to stress.
Doctors blamed it on advanced aging. It wasn't until her third tick bite in 2007 when it became clear she had the disease.
I was in court. I had a seizure. I lost my ability to speak. I developed MS-like symptoms. I couldn't control my limbs. I couldn't keyboard. I couldn't write.
According to the CDC, Lyme disease is the 5th fastest growing disease in the U.S. And scientists say this summer could be one of the worst tick seasons ever, thanks to a mild winter. Dr. Hunter Spots at Patient First says that in turn raises the risk of people being infected with Lyme disease.
The tick is very small. It's about the size of a sesame seed. So it can go unnoticed.
Spot says the tick has to be embedded in the skin for at least 24 hours before the infection occurs. But as in Green's case, the disease is often mistaken for other illnesses, including the flu.
And so it really is important to make the diagnosis as early as possible.
Spot says while it can be recurring, Lyme disease is treatable with antibiotics. He says it can also be prevented by doing simple things like wearing insect repellent whenever you're outdoors and frequently checking your body and pets for ticks. As for Green, she says her recovery has been challenging, but like any tough attorney, she's taking on Lyme disease like an opponent in court. She's a member of NatCap Lyme, an organization that raises money for Lyme research and education. She says she's not only fighting for herself, but others who suffer with the disease, including her 14-year-old son, who was diagnosed 5 years ago.
My fight's all about him.
A battle not in the courtroom, but one she's still determined to win.
I think that so much of my recovery has been dependent upon my attitude and my determination. I refuse. I refuse to let a tick steal my life.